when are you going to have Ash and Taryne on the podcast?
We were your plan B.
But when you need plan B, you can depend on plan B.
We always knew you had nothing better to do.
That Zamboni ride took a long time. There was very little service on the ice.
It's 4.
I know.
It's 4 in the morning.
Ash, not okay. We get it. Should we go get some lunch right now?
Ramble.
Pretty basic.
This episode of Pretty Basic is brought to you by DoorDash. Use code PRETTY to get 25% off your first order. Also, thank you to Macy's, ThredUp, and NARS Cosmetics.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Pretty Basic.
Hello, everybody. We are joined here with the one, the only, the two
only.
Miss Ash Nicole and Miss Taryne Renee.
Hello.
Of the Unsolicited Advice podcast.
What?
The Unsolicited Advice.
Yes, that's what I heard too.
Oh no. Let me say it again.
Wow.
Michaela, cut it.
Leave it in.
Michaela, cut. Yeah, welcome, guys.
Hey.
I feel honored.
This
Thank
is
you.
such a highly anticipated episode. The amount of DMs I've had of people saying, when are you going to have Ash and Taryne on the podcast? Do you not like Ash and Taryne? I don't understand why Ash and Taryne have not been on Pretty Basic.
Ash, we're in demand.
Every day I wake up, I make my coffee and I'm like, Alisha, when am I going to come on?
No,
Dang.
every day she wakes up, she makes her coffee, she signs into her spam account and then DMs me saying, Ash and Taryne gonna be on Pretty Basic. There it is.
It finally paid off.
Her burner account.
Oh my
But
word.
like Ashley's the type, I wouldn't be surprised if she did have like a spam account and just like roasting everyone. Like she's the type, she could have a secret lifestyle and I would like not be
She's
surprised.
the silent bitch. I get it too.
That's how I get
Silent
shit done.
fidelity.
That's
Yeah.
how it happens. Everyone thinks it just happened, but it didn't.
It's always the quiet ones.
Yep.
For those of you who don't know, Ashley's my sister and Taryne has been a roommate for a very long time until recently. So that's the connection here. They obviously have a podcast. We're doing a swap, so we just recorded for their podcast. Honestly, it was a really good episode. I
It was
thoroughly
a great
enjoyed
episode.
I had so much fun.
You guys had all the advice.
There were a few things that you guys were saying that I was like, filing back later. I'll come back and think about this on my own later. But it was so good. There was so much good advice there.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
so glad you liked it. It's fun having two other people because I always kind of know what Taryne will probably say.
Yeah.
Because we've been doing it for like 3 years now. So whenever I bring an email, I'm always like, okay, I think this is the stance Taryn's going to take. And I have a good idea. I had no idea what you guys would say.
Oh,
yeah, I love that.
So that was fun.
You're on the edge of your seat.
It's exciting for me.
I'm so glad.
This couch is so soft.
I know, right?
Isn't it really?
Oh my God.
It's
You're
so
watching the YouTube, Taryn's just petting the couch.
I'm always scared I'm either going to spill coffee or accidentally get spray tan on them. So.
Ooh,
Nice.
yeah,
Some
yeah,
foundation.
A little
You don't
foundation.
want a nice like orange stripe
No,
going down your pretty white
There
couch.
actually is one here that's orange. There's
from
like
you?
a line. Yeah, I probably like scratched my face and scratched the couch.
And anytime
Wait.
I take a nap, I always get the blanket and like bring it around me so I don't get it dirty.
So yes, you guys started your podcast similarly around the time that we did. And it's so funny because we always, like when we're planning guests, we're like, oh, Ash and Taryne. Oh, Ash and Taryne. Ash and Taryne for 4 years.
Yeah.
And then finally you're here now when we had to really quickly record an episode this week.
That's how you know. That's how you know it was meant to be because you guys were like, we need content. We were like, finally.
Literally, you know that relationship where the guy takes his girl, you know, just
A little too for granted.
a little too for granted.
Yeah.
That's how I feel this relationship is.
We're here for you.
We always knew you could always come on anytime.
Yeah, yeah.
We live together. It's fine.
We were your
and
plan B. We get it.
We always
But
knew
you know
you
what?
had nothing better to do and we could just go.
But when you need plan B, you can depend on plan
You
B.
can depend on plan B.
Only once
And
every
we're
72
here.
hours though. I had a friend one time. She's so dumb. She had to take a
know.
plan B. She's like, I'm going to take 2 because then it'll really work, which I think is, it's already bad for you.
I think that's
2 in
really
1 hour
bad.
is very bad.
Should we check in on them? Are they okay?
I'll let you know next week. I'll come back with a little recap for you and let you know. how they
I
go.
wonder how she's doing.
Yeah, just don't do that in case you're wondering.
But anyways, we're so excited to have you guys on.
We're so excited to be here.
Yes, thank you.
Let's just get into
I mean, I would just like to hear what everyone's been up to lately because
Yeah.
I have some things to share. I feel like we all have things to share. I rode the Zamboni at the.
Okay, also, keep in mind, I used to want to be a professional figure skater. Like, so when...
Girl, you wanted to do everything.
Oh, I really did.
Wait, should we insert a photo?
Oh, yes. Insert photo here.
Obviously.
I have it. Don't worry.
Thank God.
Proof. I just always wanted to be a figure skater. I only did a few lessons and then I should have learned then.
She said, I know. You said proof. You meant me on the Zamboni. She meant pictures of her figure skating. I know that's what you meant.
I meant Alisha.
Yes! Bitch, we all saw you on the Zamboni.
I thought this was my star moment, but it's because Alisha's.
It was a star moment.
I'm dead.
All I was saying is, when I saw you on the Zamboni, I was like, that bitch is on the Zamboni.
I was
I'm
living
so
my
jealous.
ice princess fantasy.
And you waving?
You know what my
Yes.
favorite part though of the video I saw of you is you waving, then taking a selfie, and then checking to make sure it was
a good selfie.
So like the ride is still going, people are still watching, and Remi's like, "Hi," and then she looks down like, "Did I get it?"
I redid it like 7 times. So how this happened was I had planned to go to this game because Cal's parents were coming into town, and I was like, we need to take them to do something at the crypto.com arena.
Alicia told me that they were
Crypto.com.
coming, and I was like, they're about to have the best weekend of
I
their
know.
lives
They
because
had-
Miss Remi Ashton has a schedule.
Oh.
I know she
Miss
does.
Remi Manor.
I wasn't allowed to have a schedule because
Oh.
Cal told me that some people don't like schedules.
It's true.
His parents being them, so he said that it'll stress them out. So I wasn't allowed to have a schedule.
But in your head, you did. In your head, you did.
I
You're
had
like,
like
okay.
I had a loose
Hey,
schedule.
Yeah.
who's hungry? Should we go get some lunch right now?
It's so crazy.
Secretly has
There's
a reservation.
Yeah.
At like 5 places to
Yes.
cover all of
That
this.
is me when I go on vacation. I have a plan. And I know people don't, but I do.
I need a plan.
Imagine they're like, oh, nah, Mexican food doesn't sound that good. Why don't we get this? And you're like, shoot, I already made a
Twitching.
reservation.
Glitching.
Switching it now.
Glitching. So we go to this game, or right before I had gone. So Jeremy was able to get us a box to go to this game, which was so
Nice.
kind of him.
That's so nice, yeah.
And then he was like, hey, apparently this game's like a really big deal. So he asked Lauren and I if we wanted to ride the Zamboni together. I said, absolutely, we can hold hands. I also didn't quite know what a Zamboni looked like. I obviously have seen Ice Princess, but it's been a few years. So I get to the game, and Lauren really wanted to keep it a secret from Cal. I wasn't allowed to tell Cal because we wanted to just show up on the ice and surprise him.
No, that's epic.
And so we get there, and Cal goes to the bathroom immediately. So I run over to his parents. I'm like, guys, I'm going to ride the Zamboni. Don't tell Cal. And they're like, that's so funny. So then we're watching the game, and maybe like between the first and second period, it's like towards the end of the first period, Jeremy calls me and he's like, get outside right now, get outside. So then I had to come up with an excuse. I was like, oh my God, so sorry, like I have to go outside, bye. And I ran outside, and then Jeremy's like running me through the arena. I find out that Lauren can't go on, and now it's just me getting on this Zamboni.
I didn't see Lauren on it.
No,
I was going
apparently.
to say the video I saw, I think, was from Lauren's
Yeah.
perspective.
Yes.
We found out that 2 on a Zamboni is a safety issue, so only one allowed
We
per,
can't have that.
per Zamboni. I said she could sit on my lap. We could have strapped it in. I was because it was funny because I was trolling, but when I'm doing it alone, then that's really
No,
embarrassing.
that's more trolling.
So I run out and I'm running through the arena, and Cal's calling me like, "Are you okay? What's going on? You like left in such a haste." Is everything? I'm like, "Don't worry, I'm coming back soon. I'm just
He
getting a
really
snack."
didn't know?
He had no idea. I was like, "I'm getting a pretzel. I'm getting a snack. I'll be back soon." He's like, "Okay." And so then they take me like through all this. It was kind of
The
cool.
tunnels.
Like the tunnels.
Yeah.
I had no. And then like the hockey players are like very handsome.
Dude, I love hockey
You
players.
didn't give them my number?
I was in a haste. I was thinking about how I was which way I was gonna weigh with my elbow.
I wanted you on the Zamboni saying, DM Alisha Marie, she is single, and then the camera goes to you, and then I'm on the big screen.
I'm so sorry. Next time.
Doing your wave.
Hey. So then I'm like all the hockey players. You know when they like wear their suits?
Yeah.
They were like coming towards me. I was getting so nervous.
like,
They walk me. I get onto the Zamboni, and then it like rides out. And so then I was all twisted and turned around
Like,
because this what orientation was I now? Because I didn't know where the box was, and like I was walking through the tunnels, so I was like just trying to find Cal when I came out because I wanted to see his face. And so then I'm like riding around. I'm just like looking, and I finally see them. They're all like waving. They're going crazy.
I'm dead.
And then I get off and I go back to the box, and everyone's like laughing. And then his parents tell me that I had left the room, and then right when the period ended, Cal gets up to go to the bathroom, and they were like, "Oh no. Is she gonna go? Is she gonna go out?" And so he goes to the bathroom, and he comes back, and he like doesn't look at the ice. He's in the back dilly-dallying. He's like making a snack, having a drink. I'm on the Zamboni like this. While he's just in the back of the room, and his parents are like, "Cal, you probably want to see this. And then he comes over to the ice. He was like,
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
Instantly, I just pictured this being something your mom did and your dad is like getting a drink or like making food. That's so funny.
Absolutely. Ultimate mom and dad energy. But I didn't realize how many, you messaged me. She said it was a dream of her. I was like, I thought this was a trolling thing. I didn't know people dreamt of this.
I love hockey.
You're like, dang.
You know what's funny though? It's like you get on and you get that like adrenaline. Now that I'm like a seasoned veteran.
Oh yeah.
You get the adrenaline
What
rush.
was it
You're like,
like?
oh my God. People are like, yeah. And then after 20 seconds, you're on for like 7 minutes.
I was saying a solid like 10 minutes.
So yeah,
right?
I was like waving. And then after I got my selfies, I like look at the Zamboni man. I'm like, so how long are we here for?
By the end, she's just like,
no, literally, I actually was. He was like 6 minutes. I was like, okay. And it's so,
Dude, 6
slow.
minutes can drag.
Yeah.
That can drag.
oh,
It was
2
long.
minutes can drag. We learned that at our live show.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Very much so. So that's what I've been up to.
Damn it. We talked about my clap laugh.
At the live show, I thought that Ash thought I was truly the funniest person in the world. And I kept calling out how Ash was laughing. And apparently she was deadpan the entire time.
No, I was laughing. It was just the specific times that you were like, oh, I can hear Ashley laughing. I wasn't laughing out loud. So
It wasn't like you looked and were like, oh, Ashley's laughing. Like, you're like, I hear Ash. And then I would look and Ashley would just be like dead serious. And she's like, what?
But I wasn't dead serious.
No, but
and I didn't have
you're
a deadpan face. I just wasn't laughing out loud.
But you're not one to laugh that loud anyway.
Yeah, right.
Like if I heard, I'd be like, "Oh, that was Taryne laughing." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought I heard it. Apparently, I'm not that funny, but the live show was incredible.
Yeah.
You're hilarious.
It was so
She
good.
has no humor.
It was great. That's what I'm saying. It was funny. I laughed. It was just those specific times I wasn't, and it was hilarious because everyone would turn and look at me, and I was like,
No, like the table in front of us, like all the girls would turn and look at Ashley and then just be like,
You should have
what?
been like,
yeah, I should have just played it off.
Well, while I was on the Zamboni, what's everyone else been up to?
yeah. Ash and I went to Vegas.
I was
going
going
to
to say, we just had a full Vegas weekend, which I hadn't been to Vegas in a hot minute.
Honestly, you guys are much more, like you have a lot of life in you.
Yeah, other than
for
my
returning
voice.
yesterday.
Well,
Well,
we did take a fat nap yesterday, and then this morning I slept probably 12 hours. So that's just
nice.
I know. I love when I sleep a lot.
Nice. Yeah.
any Vegas adventures? Did we do anything crazy?
We had a lot. I definitely lost my ID and my business credit card, which I
No.
just
That could have been
got.
so bad.
Yes.
Wait, how'd you get on the flight without an ID?
I got it back, bitch. Don't
How'd you
you
get it
worry.
back?
Did you not watch my close friends?
I guess I did.
She was busy. The
She
in-laws
was
were in
busy
town.
being on the Zamboni.
That Zamboni ride took a long time. There was very little service on the ice.
I bet.
I will admit, I was trying to post stories. Nothing was
Remi's
posting.
now the driver. She went through training.
Yes. Wait, how'd you get it back?
No, so long story short,
She finessed.
I ended up buying a table one night. Don't leave me alone.
Casual.
Don't leave me alone.
At where?
Omnia.
Yeah, that's where you buy a table, though. I was gonna say, I hope it was Omnia.
So got a table, being the rookie that I was, because I've never bought one before. I didn't like. I remember I prepaid for it, but they took my ID and my card. Right?
Yeah.
They put it in an envelope. Boom. We go. It's fun. And then at the last minute, we wanted to go back to our hotel, which was Resorts World, where the nightclub Zook is, where Zed was performing. So we were like, hey, we could still make the last minute. Like, let's just go. Let's do it. Let's do it all. Let's do it all. So we leave Omnia.
Wait. I feel like you should really say what time it was at this point.
Oh, at this point, it was probably 3:30.
Wow.
3:30.
Y'all.
Also, she was. I had every.
you there?
I had every intention of going.
Were you there?
I had every intention of going. Like, I had a group of friends with me, and I was like, "We're gonna go. Like, just let us know whenever you're ready." And it's like 12:30, and she was like, "Oh, I think we're just gonna hang here for a bit." And I was like,
Well, because-
how long do you think you're gonna be?" And she was like, "Probably like an hour or two." And I was like, "It's almost 1."
Okay, but Chainsmokers was so lit. We were not about to leave.
I agree, but I can't be out at 3:30. I'm 32 now.
I was gonna
can't
say,
do that.
if you made it that late, I would have been very impressed.
I was like, I get it because chain smokers, but I was like, if you got a table, shouldn't we like get going?
know.
soon?
Yeah.
Like that's where I was
in
at.
my head, I was like, oh, it's there. We can go whenever we want. Forgetting that like the best hours to be there when it's actually lit. Like by the time we got there, it was like already like dying, like dead.
Oh.
So we were just like, well, this sucks. Literally.
By the time you got to your table?
Yeah, I had to have a minimum of like drinks and shit that I ordered. I like.
Because it was 3:30. We've been drink. She was at a pool party during the day. She'd been drinking all day long.
I kept it up. Like we didn't stop, which is why I was fine.
Rule number one in
the key.
Vegas: no
You
naps.
can't stop.
Naps.
No naps.
If you nap, you're out for the night.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah, Ash, I think you had just woken up from a nap when I
I
FaceTimed
took
you.
a fat nap.
I always
also
nap.
swam. I did a full.
No naps.
I learned to not, but I nap. But I nap.
So it's 3:30. We're like, let's make it before 4 because that's when it ends. We go to get a taxi and there's this party bus that was so cheap. So we were like, let's take a party bus. No, it was me, TK, Kristen, and her 2 friends.
No.
So there's just 5 of us girls in this party bus having so much fun. Going all the way. It took like a 10-minute drive, if that, right? Yeah. We finally get there. My voice. We're trying to get into Zook, and they're like, sorry, it's full. You can't get in. And we're like, please, please, please. So we finesse. They're like, okay, fine. It's just you 5 girls. Yes, let us in. Okay, cool IDs. Everyone's going, and I'm like, do. I got my thing, and I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I quickly realize my ID and my credit card are in the fucking envelope at Caesar's Palace.
No.
Damn it. So instantly I was like, guys, please go. Like, live your life. It was one of those movie moments. I was like, just go, live, please. I'm okay. I'm going to go back to the room. It's fine. Like, please do this for me. At this point, I'm like, I'm wide awake. Like, I am wide fucking awake.
Yeah.
I'm just going to
just the adrenaline to get from there to make it in time for Zed, I'm sure was pumping through you.
And I was like, okay, the club closes in 30 minutes. It closes at 4. I'm wide awake. Oof. I'm just going to go back and get it tonight because I'm awake.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to change first because I was wearing this really hot, really cute black dress that like basically showed my ass.
In
so
the best way,
in the best assets, obviously. Yeah. But I quickly decide I'm at the hotel. Let me at least go upstairs and change. So I'm wearing like comfy clothes and I'm not getting like weird guys hitting on me or something like that. So I go up. I go upstairs, I change, I come down, and then TK texts, hey, we're coming. The next thing I know, she's like, oh yeah, Zed's already done. So I was like, shoot, well, she needs the hotel key. So why don't I give her the key? And then I'll go by myself to get my ID, and I can just get a new key when I come back because you needed a key to go up to the room.
Right.
Obviously, TK being an amazing actual friend is like, you're not going by yourself. Like, no. Rule
number 1.
No, rule number 1, you're not. And I was like, no. I was like, here's the thing. I promise you, like, I'll be fine. Like, I promise you, like, I will be. My mom's listening to this, like, right now.
Oh yeah, full blown. Yeah.
I was like, I'm comfy. I'm wide open. She's like, let's just go in the morning. It'll be so much easier. And I'm like, I get it, but we have our flight in the morning. I don't want to like be rushed or like get like, you know, what?
That's a lot. That's a lot. What if you sleep in? There's so many
It's better
things.
to get it tonight too, or if they don't have it, deal with it tonight to then go back in the morning.
Yes. Yeah. So fine. And poor TK is so tired at this point, and I could tell. And I was like,
well, it's 4.
I know.
It's 4 in the morning.
Ash, okay, we get it.
For emphasis, 4.
Can we on the screen just put 4? Every time I say it, just
4.
put 4.
Yes,
Zoom in on just Ash's face.
4. Long story short, I'm like, no, please, it'll be 5 minutes. It'll be so easy. Like, I just need to go back and we'll get it. I don't know where it's gonna be in the lost and found in the morning. Like, you know, like, let's just go. So she's like, okay. So she comes with me, bless her freaking heart, like the good friend that she is. We get in a taxi. I'm texting the girl who helped me get the table, and she basically replies, and I said, hey, like, we're not there. I have to go back. And as we're pulling out of like the valet in the taxi, like down the street, we literally are gone for a minute. She goes, oh, if you're not already there, I would just wait till the morning and get it from Lost and Found. I look at TK, and I tell the driver, I'm like, wait, can we turn around? Can we turn around? And she's like, wait, what? And so TK's pissed because she's like, oh my God, what's going on? And I'm like, I'm so sorry, TK, don't hate me. And then he drops us off at the wrong area of the hotel.
Oh my God.
So we're walking, and TK gets this funny story of me being like, Taylor King, I'm so sorry, don't hate me. As I'm in sweats and an oversized shirt, and she's like in her dress. Like, so many questions. I feel like people watching us were just like, what is going on?
Yeah. And it's 4.
And it's 4. It was cold.
So happened to be absolutely freezing, and there was an absolute windstorm going on.
I was
the entire time, because backstory, we thought this event was going to be indoors.
Yeah,
so all of us packed like dresses, and we knew it was going to be a music festival, so we brought sneakers, but like all of us were fully ready for a Vegas night out. It was a festival, and it was outside, and it was windy as hell, and it was freezing.
No, the next morning, woke up at like 9 a.m. TK also hated me then, and we went back to Caesar's. I will say it was kind of nice being out during the day. I was like, oh, this feels like I'm on vacation now. Like we're just walking downstairs to go
with
get
all the
coffee.
families.
Yes, literally.
Going to Starbucks for breakfast.
Yes, all the water at the water park.
I will say, if anyone is curious, they have an amazing lost and found situation. We like go to where we were supposed to go. I'm not kidding. This guy has like. He's like, what? I was like, lost my ID, blah, 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 blah. He's like, okay, cool. He opens these different things and has literally probably 200, okay? Not exaggerating, 200 of these little individual Ziploc baggies that had cards in them and a printed out paper folded in there of basically like whose it
Wow.
was.
That's so
instantly
nice.
I thought of whose job is to do that every night.
Oh, yeah.
Someone every night.
Oh, absolutely.
So he goes to the last
night
name
shift.
M area, right? And then he's searching through, like trying to find mine, finally finds it. And I'm like, So I got my ID back. I was able to get on my flight and I have my credit card, which is also great.
God
Thank
bless
God.
whoever filed and categorized.
No,
her
I
Ashley's like, I want that job.
I was thinking, oh my God, I would hate, there was so many of them. And I was like, this is it every night for them.
You actually don't need, like, you should have your ID for flying, but if you don't have it, they can check a credit card.
That's what I heard too.
That happened
they
to
do
me.
extreme
multiple things that
security.
can
I
happen.
remember one time that happened to me and you're like, no, that's happened to my mom.
Yes,
You
my
can
mom.
get through. And I got through.
Yes. So it's good to know. Upgrading your wardrobe shouldn't break the bank. At ThredUp, one of the largest online consignment and thrift stores, get one-of-a-kind finds from brands like Zara, J.Crew, and more for up to 90% off estimated retail. You guys, if you've never tried ThredUp, it is amazing. It's basically the largest online thrift store where you can save up to 90% off estimated retail. Basically, you can save a ton of money and get really awesome items, whether that's clothing you need to revamp your spring wardrobe, or maybe there's like a specific piece out there that you're really trying to find. ThredUp honestly might have it. There's over 2 million new items to shop and thousands of new arrivals daily. It's basically the best place to find whatever it is that you're looking for. It's also really easy to filter through whether you want to find something new with tags or go through brands, go through sizes, whatever it is. Like if you're looking for juicy couture tracksuits that are hard to find now, go on ThredUp. I promise you can find so many in so many different colors. There's seriously over 35,000 brands like Banana Republic, Madewell, Nike, and Taylor Loft. Basically, you can get whatever you want instantly. And also, ThredUp has an easy return policy, so they make thrifting worry-free. ThredUp is offering a deal for new customers, so right now head to thredup.com and get an additional 50% off plus free shipping on your first order. That's up to an extra 50% off plus free shipping on your first order just by heading to thredup.com. That's thredup.com for up to 50% off and free shipping on your first order. When you're a Macy's Star Rewards member, you'll earn rewards on every purchase except gift cards, services, and fees. So rake in the rewards and use them on new pieces that'll bring pop to your new wardrobe. Whether it's a grown-up twist on jelly sandals or a chic take on the classic white tee, Macy's has got the trends that are as fresh as the new season. This summer, you guys, I've been loving going outside and feeling the warmth in the air. I can't wait to wear sundresses and jean shorts and little t-shirts and things and just soak up the sun. So head over to Macy's.com/Star Rewards. That's Macy's.com/Star Rewards. Dinner, check. Shampoo, check. Morning coffee, check. Get everything you need whenever you need it with DoorDash. As you guys know, here at the Pretty Basic Podcast, we are obsessed with DoorDash. I recently just used it the other night to get a sandwich delivered to my house because I was specifically craving this one that is right down the street that is seriously amazing. They're great because you can get not only restaurants delivered to you, but necessities, drinks, toilet paper, whatever you need delivered to your door in under an hour. Ordering super easy. All you have to do is open the DoorDash app, choose what you want from where you want, and then your items will be left safely outside your door with the contactless delivery drop-off setting. There's over 300,000 partners in the US, Puerto Rico, Canada, and Australia, so you can support your neighborhood go-tos or get something like a delicious chain like a Popeyes, a Cheesecake Factory, or maybe a Lee Sandwiches like me. For a limited time, you guys can get 25% off and zero delivery fees on your first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter code PRETTY. That's 25% off up to a $10 value and zero delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter code PRETTY. Don't forget, that's code PRETTY for 25% off your first order with DoorDash. Subject to change, terms apply. Tara Bear, how have you been? What you been up to?
I've been good. I feel like we were talking about the other day, like moving is such a big thing. And I think especially like I was like going into apartments. So I'm like, oh, it's going to be easy, whatever. But then the last week I'm like, I'm so tired. Like I'm drained. I'm stressed about like a couch and a bed frame and whatever. So this week is the first week that I felt like, okay, this is like my new routine. Like
love it.
I have my coffee place now. Like I've scoped out like
Yay.
just my little things. The only one not thriving is my dog.
I was just gonna ask.
He's
how's
not well.
Char?
He's not well.
Well, also she found out she got accepted and had to move in within like a week.
Yeah,
It was
I was very impressed.
Most
was
people
nuts.
have like a month's time to kind of plan everything and
Yeah.
kind of like
Even
figure shit
when
out.
we moved, we brought Chloe over to the house a few times before we actually moved in.
Yeah, like we got her acclimated. She peed in the yard way before we moved in.
Obviously, it's different with a house versus an apartment.
Right,
Yeah,
but there were things we were able to do to make Chloe more comfortable, and there were like we were able to take our time moving. Whereas like
unpacking.
What about
she found out it
Yappy
was
Hour?
gone.
Yappy hour hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
Yeah, this building is very pro dog. So
Love that.
Yeah, it's been great. And then I moved in with my brother. So and I just like I'm thriving with the like male sibling energy. Like it's just great. Like
She's used to brothers, not girls.
Yeah, I'm
she's
used
very
to-
excited. She's not with Alisha and I anymore.
Yeah.
No, I am not. No, I miss you guys dearly.
I miss you too.
I do. No, can I tell them about? Okay, so after your live episode, I go backstage and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna say hi. And Alisha, like,
I was drunk. We did a truth or drink for those of you who don't know at our Pretty Basic live show.
Alicia's favorite thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Favorite
she sees me. She sees me from across the room and is just like, Taryne. And I was like, oh, this is going to be fun. So she goes, can I be honest with you?
You know some
like,
shit's coming out of my mouth when I go, can I be honest?
You have to kind of brace because sometimes it's stuff you don't necessarily want to hear, but you're like, I know you're telling me that for my benefit.
She's the one who got me doing that. You go,
Oh, thanks, Rem.
can I be honest?
So sorry.
You do make that face like,
Can I be
I
honest?
gotta say this.
so
So she
sorry.
she goes, I think I needed time, but today, and this is how long had I been moved
A
up?
week.
She goes, today's the first time I was like, I miss Taryne. And I was like, I feel that so much, like same. And so we just like had a moment, but it was cute.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this was like the best thing that was supposed to happen. So just like following what's gonna come. But yeah, I don't have anything new in life besides just like
What do you mean? No, that's all
like that's all I
She
can
just
focus
put
on.
together a very epic Lego set.
The Thor hammer.
Here's the thing.
Shut up.
Lego. I know someone from here has a connect to Lego.
Yes.
Okay. Someone's a niece. Someone is a nephew, a daughter. All I'm saying is Taryne Renee is the biggest Lego stan. And if she doesn't get an actual like dope deal soon, I'm going to be pissed.
Alicia Marie's
Well,
gonna
they
quit
do
Pretty
follow
Basic.
me.
That's not enough, Taryne Renee.
No, but that is enough.
We're
That's
gonna
not
go to
enough.
downtown Disney and take apart those big ones they have outside.
Yeah, and
Every
they'll never
drama.
know who it was.
Yeah.
They
You'll
just
never
banned me
know.
for life.
No, they ban us for life. Oh my God,
In
you
solidarity.
should have a meetup at a Lego store.
There
Stop,
it is.
I'll cry.
There
That's
it
the
is.
connection.
Yeah.
Unsolicited Advice X Lego.
Because they've done like Fender guitar and like
I've
the
seen that.
amp and stuff. Oh my God. I'm getting hot. Let's move on.
Taryne, I'm sweating. So me, I also was at Vegas, and what's hilarious is my experience was very different from Alicia's.
Yeah, I actually haven't heard much about it, so I want to hear.
Okay, so it was Alisha and TK. They were a pair, and then I brought my boyfriend, so we were a pair. And the first night, we all hung out together, and we had a good time.
Also, quick interjection is that you guys were actually staying at his friend's house.
Yes.
So we weren't in the same hotel room.
I didn't know
So
that.
or
Originally, I was going to book a hotel room, and we were going to just be near them. But then he was like, no, like his best friend lives in Vegas. And he was like, it's not that far, so we can go stay with him. And I was like, okay, perfect. So we like sleep in. We have a leisurely coffee in the morning. We
You're
like all
living.
chat. We go out to breakfast.
Oh.
Come home. I nap for like 3 hours. I'm not kidding. Like a full 3-hour nap. And then I'm like, I wake up and I'm like half asleep and I get a FaceTime from Alisha. And I'm like, oh, I bet they're wanting to like meet up or like do something. And so I open her FaceTime.
That's my idea.
And Alisha is screaming loud luxury lyrics at me. and she's behind the DJ booth at a pool party, and her and TK are thriving, and it's so funny. I wish I took a screenshot because Alicia's like holding a drink, screaming, smiling, and just like full glam, like having the best time, and I'm like half asleep, no makeup on. I have
It's like 4 p.m.
I have like pillow imprints on my cheeks.
I should have
just
recorded
woken
it.
up, and I should have taken a screenshot, but it was the funniest moment because we were living 2 different lives.
No, the best part is you thought she was calling to hang out with you, and then she's like, buddy,
That's exactly
My
what it
defense,
was.
I did FaceTime you earlier to see what the plan was, and you didn't
Yeah.
answer, so you're
I
probably
was
napping.
Okay. You said, well, then I'm going to go to Loud Luxury.
Literally.
I was dying because Lita was like, that was my first Vegas pool party experience. I'm like, you getting into VIP behind the DJ booth? My first Vegas pool party experience. I walk in, this guy comes running in a giant beaver suit, security chasing him. He knocks me and my bag into the pool and broke my phone. And so I'm sitting in the car listening to her. Oh my God, it was my first time. And I was like, get out.
Me and Taryne and Alisha were talking about this on the way here, and I was like, wow, my first pool party experience. One, I was 21, and I was with a group of 21-year-olds, and we walk in, and I had no idea you were supposed to be glam.
She's not.
I didn't know. No one told me. Everyone had makeup, outfits, heels, like the full thing, and I was like full, like no makeup in the ugliest swimsuit and flip flops.
Picture Ashley being like, I thought it was a pool party.
She's like, I pack sandwiches.
I remember sitting there, and I was with all the group of friends, and we were all just like, oh shit, like we're wrong vibe. It was fine. Like we drank and I put my feet in the pool, but I was like, I'm not getting in the water.
The Vegas
gross.
pool party uniform is bathing suit, sarong, wedges.
Wedge.
No
Yeah.
one
Wedges.
told me,
Wedges,
but obviously that was also like my first time actually going to Vegas of age, so
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Oh
Like,
my
no
God.
one told me.
Shimmer on the collarbone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
highlight.
Some
Literally,
bronzer everywhere.
I
had
went
no
to
idea.
I went to night swim once at
I've always
EBC.
wanted to go.
But you would think night swim, people would be swimming.
Oh.
No.
No.
I did indeed also show up in a bathing suit, and people were clubbing, not in the pool.
Just around.
Just around the pool. Exactly. Like, no one told me. You would think night swim, you swim at night.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. There should be, you know what there should be?
Vinny should release a list.
Vinny should come out with like a how-to Vegas.
Yes.
Like a list of what to do and not to do and what the dress attire is.
Hey, it looks like you have a full brand new thing you can do on TikTok.
Yeah.
What?
But I'm not a Vegas girly, so it doesn't
Ashley
also-
doing a Vegas how-to is the funniest.
Would you say, when you asked us for a most embarrassing moment earlier, would you say that's your most embarrassing moment?
That was one of them.
That's
that
really
was
good.
really bad.
I could totally see Ash just trying to ask. Also, Ash just being like, so like, keep it together. This is fine.
Also, Alicia's gonna know this, but the bathing suit I wore was the dark purple one with like, it was like bohemian kind of.
Was it the Victoria's
It
Secret one?
had no. I don't think I could afford Victoria's Secret back then. This was like a very cheap, like threaded. It had little like, not dangly things, but it had like. It had
Some
stitching,
fringe.
and I'm gonna find a photo.
Find
and
a
I'm gonna
photo, I
show
don't know,
you.
I don't know.
Like a lace
was so
overlay.
bad. It was
a lace
so bad.
applique.
Oh my
It was
God.
not the Vegas vibe. It was like, it was like, you know, it was not. It was really bad.
I'm
Good times.
dead.
Most unflattering thing, and I was sitting there sitting on the edge of the pool with my feet in there, just
Well, people are having sex next to you.
And she's just like kicking.
and I was there with my freaking pina colada because I just started drinking.
She's like, how deep is this pool, guys? Right?
Am I right?
Where's the dive zone?
And then my friends were way
You wear an SPF?
savvier. My friends that I went with were way savvier than me, so they were like off flirting, and I was just like, just like
She's like, I'm living it up.
yeah.
I'm in Vegas, baby.
We we couldn't afford like rooms, so we all crashed in one. I'm not kidding.
Oh, I was like, where did you
8 of
stay?
us. 8 of us.
Nope.
like 4
Guys,
girls,
remember
4 guys.
Coachella?
Yeah.
We all slept on the floor
Yeah.
the first
Like
year we
that,
went.
this is 21.
I know. You do what you gotta do. You do what you got to do.
It was an
You would do it
experience.
too. Oh my God, say the story that happened to your friend at the day club.
Oh my God.
It's a bad
Oh,
story?
this was so bad. So bad. So I was in college at the time. The first time I went to Vegas with my college friends, I was 19. Why didn't anyone tell me to go?
There's also nothing under 21.
No.
Like there's
I
no
was
age
gonna
limit.
say,
You can
ever.
go to shows.
They
but
were
like
they were there for Steph's 21st birthday,
Or
so all of them were
buffets.
21 and above except me, and I stayed in the room the whole night.
You
Like,
did not.
I swear,
Happy
I don't
to
know.
be there.
I don't know why. No, I was happy to be invited. But then they were always going to Vegas because where I went to school, it was like a 3.5 hour drive
Yeah.
or so.
Yeah.
So they were always at Vegas every weekend. And so I was underage. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go. I'm good. I did my 19-year-old trip. I'm good now. So they went again. I stayed home and I remember they went, I was keeping up with them like via social media. And then when they should have been back, I was tracking them and they came back before they should have come back. Like they were supposed to come back the next day and I was watching them on the freeway and I was like, that's so weird. I wonder what's happening. And then no one texted me when they got back. So I was like, that's really weird. So the next day I reached out. I was like, why are you guys back already? What happened? So I believe I actually think it was EBC maybe. One of the big day clubs outside. They were wearing sunglasses. They were wearing their pool uniforms, sarong, wedges, bikini, sunglasses.
Side note, EBC is where I also went to.
Nice.
Is that where the beaver was?
No.
That would have been his full circle moment.
Yeah, that would have been really cool.
We literally went for a day trip. So we like got there, changed, went straight to the pool, and I was like, ah! And then boom, it like within 5 minutes. It was
But it
terrible.
was a beaver.
Yeah. Security like tackled him and dragged him out, and I was just standing there
Weird
like,
shit happens to you. It's so
All the
funny.
time.
It's so good. Okay, so my friend had gotten too drunk at the day club and then they were like, okay, we're gonna leave. But they didn't want them to go out, like, you know how there's exits outside of the pool to go to like the street or the strip or
Yeah.
something.
Yes.
For some reason, maybe she got too drunk. I'm guessing from the story she got too drunk. So they're like, you need to come with us, but go through the stairwell. So like there's like a stairwell inside that you can go down and then go out through the hotel or whatever to get out. So she and my other friends are being escorted out, and she went from it being really, really bright outside, obviously sunlight everywhere, to going inside a dark stairwell wearing sunglasses and wedges, and she's not a heels girl. So she tried to go down the stairs, fell, tumbled down. She was wearing, like aviators or like thin glass. The glass shattered all
Shut
over,
up.
just missed her eye by like a hair. Had all this glass all up in her cheekbone, everywhere, like her like orbital bone, everything was like, it was so bad. And I think she was definitely drunk. I don't know if she was blacked out, but she was very, very drunk. So they rushed her to the hospital, and then she had to have like many surgeries after. It was, yeah,
Oh my
it was
God.
crazy.
that's terrible.
And then, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but like Vegas hotels obviously lawyer the fuck up.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's so hard to get anything done. And if you
Yeah.
want to sue or anything, you have to get it's like a lawyer who practices Vegas law. So it's like a
Yeah.
whole thing
Oh my
after.
God, yeah.
I actually don't know what happened. I remember I was keeping up for a little bit and then I just didn't want to ask anymore.
especially
so.
with Vegas where everyone is drunk. I'm sure every like fine print is like,
Oh, yeah.
like
Oh, it's
yeah.
wild. The same trip when I was 21, there was a guy that was with us that got blacked out to the point where he couldn't walk. So the guys that were in our group were like literally carrying him. And I forget what hotel we crossed. I think it might've been Cosmopolitan, but we were simply just walking on the sidewalk on the strip, like trying to get back to our hotel. They made us put him in a wheelchair and they had their door guy wheel him across their hotel path until they were out of their property.
Yeah, and then they're like,
then
let
they
him
were
go.
like, okay, go.
Of course.
It
No, they're
was
crazy there.
insane.
Well,
And we
especially
were
the
all-
nice
there,
hotels.
though.
They're like, we don't
yeah,
want
they're
any
like, you get
liability.
hurt, we're not dealing with that. And I remember that was my first, like, obviously, I've made that clear, first trip to Vegas. And I was like,
Wait, Serena,
4 a.m.
When was
4 a.m.
Serena,
4
can we
a.m.?
also put first trip to Vegas every time Ash says it?
so I felt like the
Ash
whole
goes
time
to
I was
Vegas.
like, oh, the whole time I was like, that makes so much sense. And they
Yeah.
have to think that way. It's
I
crazy.
would love just to spend one weekend as a Vegas security guard.
right?
Oh, no, I would never.
I would love
I-
to see what goes on.
The problem is I can't handle vomit.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I feel like there's
dear God.
I feel like there's a lot of that.
I was leaving a club one time, a day club, and then there were these people just ferociously throwing up
Ew.
into giant trash bags, and the security guards were like, just tell us what you took. Just tell us what you took. And the guy was like, no, to my grave. And then they were like, was it cocaine? Was it cocaine? And he was just like projectile vomiting.
jeez.
ingrained. But like, I would just love to see what goes on behind the scenes.
Oh, I'm sure they come across the weirdest stuff.
I'm sure.
Even like counting cards, like that type of security.
That's fascinating.
So we went one time and my friend was behind me, and as he was walking out, walked past the table, and there was like a full unopened bottle of vodka, and so he grabbed it and put it in his jacket.
Oh no.
And literally like 1 second, right? And kept walking, and we walked all the way through the club. As we were getting in the elevator, 2 security guards like in all black came out of nowhere, grabbed him, dragged him away within like, it was like, it happened so fast, and all of us were like,
and discreet too.
yeah, like if you weren't looking, you would have
Secret
no
Service.
idea. And then we literally were like, he was just gone. And then we had to like leave, and we were just standing outside, and all of a sudden he came walking from this other
Random
direction.
door.
They made him pay all this money, but it was like they must have seen him on camera, waited till he got in the perfect place, and just whoop, like
didn't wanna
dragged
make a scene.
without
Oh my God.
no scene. We barely even saw it happen, and I was standing like right next to him.
We have a someone on my mom was adopted, so someone on my mom's adopted side, so like we're related, but like not really. We're really not that close either. Lives and has worked in Vegas for literally like
we met her a couple
30
times.
years maybe. And she can count cards. So her job is to find people
To catch it?
To catch people.
That's
who count
epic.
Cards. I know.
knows what it looks-
Isn't that fucking iconic?
That's like next level IQ.
Yeah.
Like, I could never.
I could never either, but I'm like, damn, like using your powers for good.
Right?
You know?
with great power.
Comes great responsibility.
I can't even figure out like how much I should tip at the end of the meal. Like, let alone like counting cards. Oh my God.
Me too.
Oh my God. The same trip, I had to pee so bad.
Oh no.
Was this your first trip to Vegas?
My God.
How
many days were you there
this was
for?
my first trip to Vegas. And I had to pee so bad. One of the guys had to stand and like take his jacket off and go like this so I could pee on the street.
You did not.
I did it.
Ashley Nicole XO.
I did it.
On the Vegas
in
Strip?
You would never.
It was
Public urination?
It was pee on me or pee on the strip. It was one of those. I wasn't blackout, but it was very close.
Dang.
I've never blacked out before.
You had an eventful first trip to Vegas.
It was.
I love how this episode just quickly went to like
Vegas.
Vegas
What
like,
happens
war
in
stories.
Vegas?
Have I told you guys my story about going home with that one guy from Vegas in Vegas?
scared.
Oh my God, I know.
This is my favorite story.
Scared.
Okay, so
Me too.
the year is like 2019 or so. Were we friends? Did I come home and tell you?
Yeah, we were
2019.
friends.
Maybe
we were
2018 or something. I went to Vegas.
But there was no. There was a summer where you went all the time with some other friends, so we were like close, but we weren't best
Was it
friends
with
yet.
Haley Ringo?
I wish.
feel like that was
Haley
the time
Ringo and I
she
would
was
tear
going
it
all
up.
the
I'd tear it
time.
up with her. I want to say 2018, 2019. I forget. But I had just lost my virginity, so I was on a
She was
on the
ready.
prowl.
the prowl.
looking.
I was like, let's go. Bad idea. So I'm at this club. We're at Hakkasan.
Especially in Vegas.
No,
dear
I know.
God.
It was so bad. And I was just like, I was also really heartbroken. So I was just trying to like anything to get to forget. And so I meet this guy on the dance floor. I think his name was Xavier. And we were like making out. And then he's like, oh, do you want to go to the back of the club? I was like, okay. And so he starts walking me to the back of the club. And then all of a sudden, we're out. We're on the street. We're walking. I'm like, where am I? So we keep walking, we walk, and I'm
my
pretty
God.
sure we went from Hakkasan to I want to say he was at the MGM. So it was it was a long walk
long
wherever I
enough
was.
for you to be like,
What is happening?
What's happening?
In my little heels, wearing my Spanx. All I could think about the whole walk to was like, how am I gonna get my Spanx off?
What do
and
I do with my sticky bra?
Yeah, my sticky bra. I was like, my sticky bra and my Spanx all at once. Like, what's gonna happen?
No
And so
one
I'm-
looks sexy taking Spanx off.
No,
or a sticky bra.
Sticky bra.
especially the clear one.
It was the clear with the little. It's what I had that era with the tie up.
That's
CCB
all.
one.
We're
That's
walking
all
back.
Remi wore.
Yes.
You were the one who got me to get my first one.
One of the
love
first
that
times I hung out with you was at Coachella, and you ripped off your sticky bra.
Sticky bra.
Yeah,
That means
while
we're
eating
close.
Del Taco. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm like walking, and then I'm like starting to think, I'm like, Remi, you don't really want to do this. Like, this is not you. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, girl. But if you want to, you should.
That's Remi talking to Romy.
Oh yeah, yes.
love
Jekyll
that.
and Hyde.
Yes. And so then we get like, we're going up the elevator, and I'm like, I really don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. We're walking down the hallway. I don't want to do this. Finally, we get to the door, and I'm like,
Of his hotel room?
Of his hotel room. And then his friend opened, which honestly, this was, I'm very lucky and grateful that everything was safe. And he actually was like a nice guy. And then his friend opens the door and he's like, hey man, we're going down to the casino. And he's like, okay, like, I'll meet you down there. And then the friends leave, and then I'm still in the doorway, and I go, I don't want to do this. I'm so sorry. And he goes, it'll only take a minute. I laugh out loud, and I go, good night. And I walk home.
No, you go, this is me always interjecting, because I'm like, no, it's a better
she remembers better than I do.
She goes,
you were there.
She goes, that's not cute.
You did not. Dad, that's not cute.
And then I walk all the way back home. Well, I got a taxi, thank God, this time.
Oh, jeez.
I love Vegas. It's funny.
I love how he thought it was okay to be like,
It'll only take a minute.
That's hilarious.
That is the sign to walk away.
That's not a flex, dude.
It's not helping your case here.
It's not a flex.
So good. I hope he's doing well. I tried to look him on Instagram after, because I was just like, what did he look like?
Did you just type in Xavier trying to find it?
Yes, literally.
Xavier Vegas.
Yes. MGM
Wouldn't that be
Grams.
crazy if you could do that?
Dude, that'd be nuts.
That would be insane.
That would be so cool.
I would be too powerful.
Like if somehow they tracked, if you like saw a cute guy in Chick-fil-A, you could be like brunette Chick-fil-A 4 o'clock. It was like,
I think that's Grindr though. It's like 2 feet away, 5 feet away.
Say, that is Grindr.
Oh my God. Rem, when do you see yourself in the best light?
Ooh.
Like, when do you shine?
I think when I'm being a good friend.
Yes.
I know it sounds so cheesy, but I think I love when I'm hosting parties and everyone's having a good time and people are mingling, people are making new friends. I get to make food that people enjoy and just create memories together.
I love that.
I would say that. Or honestly, when I'm sitting here on this couch, I look forward to coming here every other Tuesday.
I was going to say, speaking of best light, I feel like especially here in the studio, the lighting is so good.
Yes.
So I feel a little pressure to also look so good because, you know, the 4K quality of these cameras can show every little imperfection on my face.
When we are in our best light and when we are in our best
light
light
with each other.
How about you? What would you say? When do you see yourself in the best light?
Honestly, I love just being with people who I feel super close to and I can be my like stupid, silly self. Like the episode we literally just recorded.
Yeah.
I think that's, I don't know. I like when I'm not in my head overthinking and I'm just like having fun being who I am.
I think when I see you in your best light, it's when you're in business mode and when you feel like you have control of the room and you know what to do, what to say. I feel like that's when I see I'm like, wow, you always stand out so much when you're like that to me.
Oh my God, that means so much. Well, honestly, when you're hosting,
just buzzing.
You are a different person. Like you are living. And then also, I mean, we also feel great when we are out with our friends on the dance floor having fun.
Dancing on the tables.
Dancing on the tables, doing the splits in the middle of the dance floor.
Yes.
And I like when I'm put together. I like when, you know, my makeup's done, my hair's done, I'm full glam. I'm like, I love when I feel myself on a night out with my friends. Mm-hmm. And I just feel super confident and pretty. And honestly, one of those things lately that's made the biggest difference is the new NARS foundation.
I am obsessed. If you guys have not tried the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation, I am so excited to be sitting here and talking about it today because I have truly never gone through a bottle of foundation quicker in my life. Today, no joke. I've only been using it maybe for like the last month and a half.
I was gonna say they sent it to us like a month and a half ago.
I am obsessed. I had to like take the pump, which first of all, love that there's a pump. Second of all, I had to unscrew it and put it on my face because I'm almost out already and I have never run through a foundation this quickly ever. I also have friends who are foundation snobs and they've worn the same foundation since we were in college together. And after I tried the light reflecting foundation for the first time, I took her to the mall, we got her a sample and she texted me the next day. And I kid you not, she's worn the same foundation for like a decade. She was like, this is the best thing I've ever tried.
I love NARS foundation. I've been sleeping on it for so long. Like I don't know why I didn't like get on that bandwagon sooner. It is amazing. Honestly, I love how it's a good like solid medium coverage foundation because you can kind of wear it lightly or you can kind of pack it on and it's just like you still see your skin underneath. Like it's not like makeup is sitting on your face. Foundation, like good foundation versus bad foundation,
it should look and feel like skin. So I'll put like one layer on my skin normally. And again, it's like medium coverage. Then I have some problem areas on my cheeks that we all know about. So I'll put a little bit more on top and it'll kind of like blur everything. My skin looks so nice. It'll blur like wrinkles, pores,
I feel like blur is the
lines.
perfect word. Like it feels like it just airbrush.
It's so, and it's so light. And again, it doesn't feel like you're wearing anything, which I love. Also, I went to go buy another bottle, no joke, yesterday. And I didn't realize it's formulated with 70% skincare ingredients. So that's why my skin's been getting better too.
No, your skin's actually been looking really good. I've been meaning to tell you.
Thank you.
Also, for people who do break out easy, there's no parabens, silicone, or mineral oils, which is some of those ingredients that usually make you break out. I am someone who hates trying new foundations because you go through all the trouble of getting it, you try it, it either matches or it doesn't, and then the way that it fits on your skin all day, if it looks bad, whatever. When I tell you the shade matching that they have on the site is the best one I've ever actually seen. I am someone who hates like going in and getting shade matched. I'd rather just buy it, but then what comes with it is me getting the wrong shade and it doesn't match and blah, blah, blah. They have an amazing AR technology. Like it scans your face. It shows you like the different colors that it really recommends for you and your skin tone.
And they have 36 shades, which is great. So I've got my shade for when I'm a little bit paler, shade for when I'm fake tanning. I'm currently wearing Stromboli on my face.
Oh, mine's Patagonia, if you were wondering. That's the one. That's the little darker one I use when I have a little bit of a tan. But when I don't have a tan, the Santa Fe is a solid one. But definitely find your own. Just go to narscosmetics.com, and for $49 you can have same foundation that Pretty Basic uses.
I promise you it is worth every penny.
Yeah,
it really is so good.
1,000%.
I finished the bottle.
We wanted to play a little game with you guys because we were playing this the other week and it was so funny. And since we're like a duo against a duo, we really want to do a few questions of who's smarter?
Who is smarter than a
What
fifth
grade
grader?
level fifth? Fuck.
Yes, we've got UA versus PB.
Versus us. So you're a team.
I would just like to start though. Beginning question. Who walked on the moon? Who was first to walk on the moon?
Neil Armstrong.
And
Yeah.
who were the first two to walk on the moon? Open.
Are we answering or are we waiting
We're
for
only
answer.
supposed to know Neil Armstrong.
something Aldridge? Something B. Buzz something.
Aldridge.
Is it Aldridge?
Aldrin.
That
That was close, you
Okay,
guys.
my school did not want to tell me about him because I didn't learn anything about him.
They mention his name, but
No. Although
Neil gets all the.
Can I be
He
real?
does get the credit.
Our elementary school
Listen,
really
guys.
didn't do
I
well.
had a conversation with my boyfriend the other day. I never took a geography class. Never.
But
I'm
when
pretty sure that's necessary to
Isn't
graduate.
that required?
I
Yeah.
didn't take a geography class.
I did not.
I
I
didn't.
did not.
I did in 7th grade, but I was at a different school.
you're supposed
that
to.
elementary school.
Wait, but isn't geography like involved in like history?
100%.
I had a whole separate class for it.
Oh,
I feel like schooling's weird with all different schools.
No. The school that we went to.
Exactly.
Private.
Kravitz school.
Kravitz. The old
Kravitz.
It was a private Christian school. I'm going to just say this. Don't do that to your kids. It's not fair. I still don't know my times tables.
No, it's good. You just she doesn't find the right one.
No.
You gotta find the right one.
It's bad. You have to pay a lot of money to go to a good one. That's all I'm going to say.
Just research. Just make sure they know what they're doing.
Don't do the cheap ones.
Just watch your kids' homework.
Make sure that the teachers have a degree.
That's the problem. That didn't.
No.
Yeah, guy, you don't even know.
I got out of there earlier. Thank God.
We rag on this school all the time because it deserves it. It was so bad.
Because
You know what?
Deserves it. Yeah.
Mom's laughing so
She's
hard.
crying laughing right now.
Yeah, it's okay. All we're saying is that's why I didn't know who walked on the moon.
That's why I'm anxious right now to do this.
Wait, is
game.
this like team? Like
Yeah,
It's
you guys
you
can
two
confer
versus us.
with each other?
At least they divided us.
I know, thank God.
I'm not confident in my skills.
I'm so excited right now. It might be like some pop culture and stuff too.
Yeah.
I work
so don't
with
worry.
preschoolers, so like I don't need to flex my education ever. So
First question. The first day of the 20th century was what?
Oh shit. That's hard.
Okay.
okay, I know.
You know?
Ow.
Okay, well, Xenon grew of the 21st century. So when was the 20th century?
That's all you had to say.
Xenon girl of the 21st
What was
century.
the first day of the 20th century?
20th Century Fox.
That's what I was thinking too.
Oh my God. Da, 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 da.
She just keeps saying anything with the word 20 and century.
No, but I'm trying to get a time. Okay.
I mean,
Got it.
we would guess January 1st, 2000.
We're saying January 1st, 1900.
Wow, so close
So close.
for both of you. January 1st, 1901.
1901.
Why 01? Okay.
Oh, that I have heard that.
So
It's
01
like,
to 2001 would have been.
yeah, because like you're 1 year old, like you just finished your first year.
I was so close.
You had that bitch. That was not me. That was all
Thank
Remi.
you so much.
That wasn't me.
Alisha said
closer.
Xenon, so.
No, I was thinking
I'm just kidding,
if she's the 21st, clearly the 2000s is not the answer.
That always confused me in school. I remember it was always the before you would think it would be. That was a good question.
Wow. Taryn said January 1st, and I was like, oh yeah.
Who has the most followers on TikTok and how many?
Wait, say it again.
On TikTok, Charli D'Amelio.
Charli D'Amelio.
I think she's at probably like
50.
I was gonna say 142 million. I'm guessing.
Wow, I was gonna guess it's like 48. We don't know. We'll say 90 to like give a difference.
Okay. It is Charli, and it's 137.9 million.
Wow.
Dang.
Remi with another win.
Wow.
Okay.
That's nuts.
Okay.
A hexagon has how many sides?
It's okay. We already had our answer locked in.
Say it.
Me?
We should say it at the same time so we can't copy. Should we lock it in?
6.
The Statue of Liberty was a gift from where?
Yeah.
France. Hamilton, bitch.
What everyday item did Romy and Michelle claim to have invented in Romy and Michelle's high school reunion?
1, 2, 3. Post-its.
Let's go!
That was like a total sister moment.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
I've never seen it.
We invented Post-it.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the first 10 amendments of the Constitution called?
Yeah. My Hamilton fact. I mean, thank God. Thank you, Lin-Manuel.
Helpless.
Let's take a deep breath. Let's take a deep breath.
I do.
I'm just going to say a historical term.
3, 2, 1.
Declaration of Independence.
Ashley, I saw you going like this.
I was
like B, and I was like, she's got
I was
it.
like, that's wrong. I should have stuck with my gut.
Declaration.
Bill of Rights.
I literally almost said it, and I should have said it.
Do it, Ash.
What causes tides?
Tides.
Tides.
I know, and this is a full.
Like the laundry detergent.
I know.
What is it?
Oh, okay, sure.
Yes.
The moon. That Neil Armstrong walked on.
Yeah, I got it.
I said
The dark side of the moon. Beyond man, we must be strict as a forcing river. Beyond man, with all the force of a great typhoon. Beyond man, with all the strength of a raging fire. Mysterious as the dark side of the moon.
Let's get
That
down
was so
to
good.
business.
Yeah, that's a good. That is. Did that win an award? That song should have won an award.
That's such a good song.
Why do you see lightning before you hear thunder?
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, it's like.
No, it's like the thunder is the lightning, but it takes time to get to you. I don't know what that's called.
Light travels faster than sound.
Hey!
Snap, crackle.
Okay, I'm confused on that one.
Okay.
Because you hear lightning
No.
and you hear thunder.
No, you hear thunder,
No,
you see lightning.
You hear lightning go, and then the thunder goes.
No, you only hear that if you're right next to it.
You hear lightning.
Lightning is what you see.
You
Thunder
can
is what
1,000%
you
hear
hear.
lightning.
Only if it's like
I
striking
think
you.
that's thunder.
No, it is thunder.
Thunder's the sound.
It's the same thing.
Google it.
Can we confirm?
Fact check.
No, thunder is.
You can hear. I've heard lightning.
Okay. Is thunder and lightning two completely different things, or are they the same thing? And one is visual, one's audio.
Yep.
I was saying, can we confirm that?
Can someone Google it?
No, we don't even need to confirm it because they know. They don't even need to Google it.
See, Wait, they are.
You sound like a 60-year-old smoker. It's so bad.
Like they don't even need to Google it.
It's the same.
Same thing,
I
Ash.
was trying to help you, Ash. Made it worse.
I shouldn't have said it. I shouldn't have said it. You guys made me feel like so safe.
She goes, wait.
I thought this was a safe. Okay, next question.
Give us some times tables.
Sweating.
Wait,
was a low blow.
Wait. We should do a round where we pick one of them and they pick one of us.
Oh, okay.
No, I got more wrong.
Oh,
Which one of them have to answer?
What?
Ash. We choose
pick
Ash.
Ash.
No, I knew it.
Alisha.
Sister.
Same elementary school.
Okay, then the next one you guys have to do.
Okay, crap.
What are the 3 states of matter?
Okay, I got one.
Do you?
Yeah.
I know this one.
I should have.
Of matter? Media group?
Stop.
I hated it.
Our management team is called Matter Media Group.
You're like matter, media, and group.
What if I was like, lock it in?
Oh no.
I'm thinking.
I know one. I just don't know the other. There's 3 of an atom.
No matter. An atom. Is atom one?
The nucleus is the powerhouse of the cell.
Okay, never mind. Matter.
Mitochondria.
Is it the mitochondria?
Mitochondria is the powerhouse.
Oh, I thought the nucleus.
The nucleus.
Okay, say one of them. Say you just have to guess one.
I thought protein, but obviously that's an atom. So like,
I'm saying atom because I got nothing.
wait, give us a hint.
What do you put in your car?
Gas. Gasoline, water, and air.
Liquids.
She said Captain Planet Earth. Wind.
The rings. I am correct.
Okay. You
My mind.
So much.
You got this.
Okay. Oh wait. Oh,
Liquid.
liquid.
Gas.
Gasoline and
Fire.
Gasoline.
solids.
Oh my god. Solid, liquid, and gas.
Okay. Gasoline.
Solids. Fuel.
All I'm gonna say is okay.
Why do we keep playing this game?
Ashley said Adam.
I want to do a round one day where we have the team answer so they can feel like what it feels like.
I'm pretty sure they'd beat us.
No, they'd be horrible. No. I pictured the fucking Adam thing.
How many Great Lakes are there in the United States, and what are they?
That's a good question. I'm glad I don't have it. But also,
I
said protein.
I said Adam because you said Adam.
I don't know, so I'm ready.
So
I want to say 3.
I'm gonna
Three
say
is-
4.
I think there's 3. I don't know any of them.
Michigan.
Really? Yeah, that's what's great.
The Lake of Michigan, that's what it is?
It's Lake Michigan.
Oh,
Michigan
Lake
Lake.
Michigan.
Lake Michigan.
I just see them and go, that's a great lake.
That's a big ass lake. She said, that's a big ass lake.
Never forget when we were in Chicago and I said, "What ocean is this?" And we were on
It
a
looks
lake.
like an ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say 3 and that's it.
Well, think of. Can I
It's in Grand Rapids.
think of
the
what's
ride at
around?
Disneyland.
Think of what's around.
Oh, Tahoe?
No. We take that back. No. Pretty basic. Retracts that statement. There's so many TikToks
Remi
on this
also
episode.
hasn't taken a geography
It's
class.
a great lake if you ask me. You've never been? It's really nice.
I won because I got one, right?
Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie, Ontario.
Erie. I was literally
Erie.
listening. Okay, Ontario, because
I can see them.
Nope.
I know where
picture
they
it.
are.
This is for everyone, but I think you're gonna like it, Taryne. How many languages can C-3PO speak in Star Wars?
Ah, bitch, you should know this.
my
if you don't, I'm gonna be so
gosh.
disappointed in you.
I was going to say 1,298.
999. That's a good one.
I'm gonna say 400.
No. It's like it's up. Like we're talking towards like
Millions.
yeah.
Oh.
Is she just
It's
trying
like up.
Ooh.
because there's the scene where Luke's uncle is trying to buy droids, and he says, I need someone who speaks this language. And he's like, I speak blah, blah, blah. 1 million.
6 million.
6 million languages.
He's
400.
pretty great.
Hola.
Interior angles of a triangle always sum up to what degree?
A squared plus B squared equals
C
C squared.
They're
Pythagorean
all
theorem.
acute angles. 30 now.
I thought it was 180 because
Oh
45.
my gosh, I was
45,
going to say
45.
that.
I'm going to say 180 though.
180.
Oh, thank God.
What is the name of Taylor Swift's first hit single?
Teardrops.
Teardrops on my
Teardrops on my guitar.
Tim McGraw.
Tim McGraw. That's a good one. Damn, she was smart. She was name dropping early to like get the clout, you know?
Seriously.
What is the bottom number of a fraction called?
Denominator. Ashley knows her timetable.
Yeah. She said addition.
I had a lot of tutors.
When she
Thank
wouldn't
you, Mrs.
skip-
Morehouse.
When she wouldn't skip. That's my favorite
Yeah, when she
story.
wouldn't skip.
Alicia, why aren't you at math tutoring?
Ash used to
worst.
ditch her tutoring, and I would like
Alicia
yeah,
literally.
I would be
was the
waiting
worst.
for her after school to do tutoring, and I would see her with her friends by the vending machines.
Oh,
And
snap.
I would be there, and I'd be like, and then she would be like, we would just make passive looks at each other, and I'd be like, and then she'd be like,
Tell the kite story. Tell the kite story.
Story.
The kite story.
so sometimes we'll have mommy daughter dates with like me and my mom and Susan and Rem, and we always tell stories. And I was telling the story of how Ashley would skip tutoring once. My mom was like, "Oh my god, yeah, blah blah blah." It was so funny.
First and last time I was ever grounded.
Yeah. So I was it. So after a few weeks of me noticing Ashley was skipping all of these tutoring, sessions, and I was like, okay, whatever. I was in 6th grade, and I was like a tomboy then. I know it's so hard to believe, but I was. And how like you would have random days or fun Fridays where you would win things or like there's like raffles and kind of stuff like that at school. Well, I had just won a kite. But let me tell you, it was not any ordinary kite, okay? It was a black Hummer limo. Sorry, not limo. It was a black. Who puts a Hummer on a kite? It was a black Hummer kite, and the kite were flames. Oh. Yeah. It was so dope.
Wow. This doesn't sound very Christian to me.
I know.
Scandalous.
So then I come home. We had every Friday half days. That's just how our school worked. So I come home from my Friday and I'm in the living room building my kite. I was so excited to fly, I'm like building it. And I hear my mom on the phone and she's talking to Ashley's tutor. And I hear her go, wait, so she hasn't been coming and seeing you? And I was like, and then I said, ooh, she's about to be in trouble. I never knew this. Yeah, so I'm just sitting there and I'm like building my little kite. Like, uh-oh. And if you were nice to me, I would have like given you a warning.
Shoot. Whoa.
Yeah.
Shoot.
You were so mean to me then. You were like, that's my little sister. So I was like, well, she's going to have I didn't even warn you.
You were also like little sister though.
Let me build my kite. Let me do what I gotta do. Let me do what you gotta do. So then mom hangs up the phone and she's pissed. Here's the thing about my mom.
I still haven't seen her like mad, and I want to.
Most people haven't. That's the
I've
whole
heard the
thing.
stories though, and it sounds epic.
No, Chris McDonald, like, oh my gosh. Christine and McDonald. She was pissed because
my
mom
God.
was paying for this too.
Yeah.
Money was
Yeah.
extremely tight.
Yeah.
Like you
She
were
wasn't-
ditching.
She wasn't paying for it.
Oh, not yet.
Not
You're
this
right.
one.
Yeah.
We eventually found someone we did pay for. This was like,
Which
this
she
was
did not
like
skip,
the
just to
hour
clarify?
after class. Teachers were available.
Oh, got it.
And it was free, but it was like, oh, you can like go if you want to.
Obviously, it
if
was
you need
cooler to
help.
hang with
Little
your friends.
rebel
Ash was a rebel.
Well, I did end up for my whole high school career. I stayed an hour later.
Yeah, you did.
You had to make up for that.
Yeah. So at this, you were a freshman.
Yeah, I was a
You were a
freshman.
freshman. She was trying to find new friends. I
Yeah.
get it. It was
No,
hard.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
hard.
I had just transferred from the school that shall not be named, to the high school. So it was my new school, new year. I didn't know anybody.
Yeah. And she, And
New school, new year, new boy haircut.
I also knew I knew I was gonna be an influencer and I wouldn't need
New
that.
clearly. She's like, I don't even know how to do math.
I do need social skills.
Yes.
Who's winning
Social
now?
life thriving. So then I just remember mom being like, Ashley, dad and I need to talk to you.
And she made me go outside and talk with him outside.
And
outside.
you bet your
Time to fly my kite outside.
don't mind me.
you're outside and you look up.
with her camera attached.
I would have. So yeah,
Mom sat me down and talked to me. And what's funny is me and my mom, and this time, and I know she's listening, I love her to death, but we weren't in a good place at this time. This was like, I was a teenager.
Yeah.
I didn't need my parents. Like we butted heads really hard. So she was furious at me and she was going off on me and I was completely unbothered by her.
Which makes it worse.
What got me was my dad. He just sat there and looked at me, didn't say a word.
And then what's funny is now knowing
and then
more.
And then my mom is finally like, do you have something to say? And all he said was, I'm very disappointed in you.
Oh,
The big D word. The D
Wrecked
word.
me.
The
Mom
worst.
could have gone off on me for hours and I was
yeah.
fine. That one phrase killed me. I was
my
like, I'll never do it again. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It's funny now being older and looking at parenting situations where you're like, I'm sure he was sitting there like, oh man. Like, I have to say something. You know what I mean?
Shoot.
Yeah. Oh, it's my turn? Okay.
Did I preheat the barbecue yet?
When's trash day again?
When's trash?
When's trash day? Do I need to take the trash cans out today?
So mean.
That's
oh no.
so funny.
It's
The
okay.
kite thing gets me every time. This thing. I make her tell me it like once a month.
I think
it's
we
so
only
funny.
flew it one time. Thank you guys so much. This was one of my top 3 episodes I think we've ever done.
I've never cried so hard. I'm so embarrassed by so many things that were said on this episode.
It's okay. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget to watch and listen to U of A.
Oh my god.
University of Arizona.
Kourtney Kardashian.
Yes. Don't forget to listen to Unsolicited Advice. That you can go. Just go.
Don't forget to listen to Unsolicited Advice. We did do an episode over with them. That'll be out in a couple weeks, so check it out. Pimp yourselves out, guys.
Follow us on all the socials.
Follow us on the socials. Taryne Renee. Ashley Nicole with an H.
With an H.
Ashley
Ash
Mitchell.
Nicole with an H.
Ash
No
Nicole.
XO.
Thanks, guys, for listening. We'll catch you next
Love
time.
you guys.
Bye.
Bye.